still at Cadillac of South Charlotte, and I'm leaving the dealership now here shortly. But again, I can't overstate how absolutely pleased I am that General Motors has introduced fuel efficiency into a luxury brand such as Cadillac. And they made the car an absolutely beautiful looking vehicle. They didn't make it look like an overgrown Nike sneaker on wheels, which is what a lot of the cheap thin-skin imports look like. Obviously this is a Cadillac, so I guess they wanted to maintain good looking appearance, and at the same time keep the Cadillac ride in the car, which I believe they've successfully done. Now, I think I already mentioned that the Cadillac ELR is an EREV. That's extended range electric vehicle. And I applaud General Motors for building such a car, because the infrastructure here in the United States is not to the point yet where it supports a vehicle that runs only on electricity. I think companies and municipalities have not figured out exactly how they're going to make money by supporting electric vehicles. And until that happens, an extended range electric vehicle such as ELR is a good way for us, that is the general public, to avoid range anxiety. That is, not have to worry about how far can I drive before I have to re-plug in. And the reason the Cadillac ELR is an extended range electric vehicle is because it carries its own electric generator. The gasoline engine is the prime mover for an electric generator. The car doesn't care where its electricity comes from. It can come from being plugged into an electrical outlet, or it can come from the generator that it carries under the hood. The engine on this car does not turn a drive shaft like it does in a regular or in a conventional automobile. The gasoline engine is the prime mover for an electric generator to generate electricity. There's a lot of thought that went into developing this particular vehicle. The engineers were good enough to think of maintenance that needed to be done on the car. For example, if the engine hasn't ran in a certain amount of time, well, first of all, the computer keeps track of when the last time was the engine was run, and the car will start the engine and run the engine for a predetermined amount of time based on maintenance that needs to be done. Because after all, you cannot just run a vehicle such as this without starting the engine, because then the surfaces will seize together and the engine will freeze up and it will not start when it tries to start. So therefore some maintenance is required to periodically start the car, and a computer keeps track of that maintenance. In addition to that, speaking of that, the computer also keeps track of what the estimated octane rating is on the gasoline, based on how long ago the engine was run and when's the last time the car has been filled with gasoline. So the computer calculates lots of that, and that was all programmed into the automobile by the engineers.